Hello and happy holidays, fellow Kava heads. Kava here, coming at you with another video review. It's the end of 2017, and it would be safe to say, confidently, that Root of Happiness has been a really outstanding vendor this year, bringing us a lot of really unique Kavas that we previously didn't have access to. I'm talking about Papua New Guinean Kavas, Samoan Kavas, Solomon Islands Kavas, just a lot of really cool, unusual Kava products that have all been really spectacular, and their uniqueness and their contribution to the Kava market, the free Kava market, which has newly opened up this year due to efforts in no small part due to Root of Happiness. And so here I am today. Ready to give you a review of boom Micronesian Kava. What? Yeah, I know. So according to the package here, their premium Micronesian Kava, or Sakau as it's called in Micronesia, is a special treat. Blah blah blah, and they describe it as a perfect blend between Hawaiian and Vanuatu profiles in terms of its taste and effects, being stronger than most Hawaiian Kavas and tasting milder than most Vanuatu Kavas. I've talked to Root of Happiness about this, and they've told me that this is the kind of Kava that you want to kind of go a little bit easy on, and see how it feels the first time you do it. It is a noble Kava, but it's a very unique cultivar that is not found in Vanuatu or Hawaii or Fiji or Tonga. So the advice is to kind of ease into it. It's noble, but it has some interesting characteristics that other Kavas don't have. So you don't want to go too hard on it and kind of overdo it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have kneaded up a batch of the Micronesian Kava from Root of Happiness, and I'm so stoked to try this out. As always, Root of Happiness delivering quality exotic Kavas from the South Pacific and kind of the bigger Melanesian islands like Papua New Guinea. So there it is, the Micronesian Kava. Sorry for I have a Band-Aid on, but I only knead with my right hand, so none of that Band-Aid action got in there. So yeah, I mean, just before I bula to y'all, my website now has been around for almost 10 years, and I've done almost 100 reviews, maybe more than 100 reviews, and hopefully I've entertained you all in the meantime. And every year around this time I do a fundraiser for because this is a viewer-supported website. I have to pay for my web address, and all the details are on my website here. So if you could just take some time, and if you have even a couple bucks to send to the Kava to support my website, I'd be very appreciative of that. But anyways, back to the review. This is Micronesian Kava from Root of Happiness. Bula to the hula. I'm gonna throw this back, and I'm gonna let you know how it tastes. It's my first time trying it, so this is gonna, whatever reaction I have is my reaction. Interesting. Really indescribable taste. Not like any other Kava I've had, very much so. The taste of it doesn't even resemble any Kava I've ever had, so it's quite unusual. A bit chalky. Chalky would be a good word. Smooth, very smooth though. No piney notes. Definitely tastes like a noble Kava. I think that Root of Happiness got it perfect when they said it's as smooth as a Hawaiian Kava, like a hiwa or a mahakia or a hanakapi. Very smooth in taste. Interesting. So interesting. God, the Kava gods just never stop giving. They never stop giving. We always get Kava consistently amazes me, even after drinking it for so long. It consistently just blows my mind how different it can be across cultivars, countries, traditions, cultures. Bula. The taste is certainly not going to offend anybody, but it's so unusual. Being a Kava drinker, somebody who drinks Kava every day, I can definitely say that I've never tasted a Kava like that. All right, well I'm gonna drink this whole thing, and then I'm gonna let you know how it affects me. I'm already getting some kind of heady effects from it, and like a numbness that isn't a numbness on my lips and my tongue. That's a little bit like less of like a buzzing kind of numbness and more of just like a complete absence of feeling kind of numbness, which is what numbness is. But I think you might be able to understand what I mean when I say it the way I did. All right, well let's see what happens here. Woo! A little trip to Micronesia going on here. All right, catch you in a bit. All right, so what we have here in the Micronesian, wow, really just a super heady, stony Kava that's just really out of this world. It's I can say without a doubt, without any hesitation, that this is very a very uniquely relaxing, sedating Kava that unlike really anything I've had before. 5 tablespoons to about a liter of water, and it's just got me in a really nice, pleasant place. I do think that this is probably going to be like a really good nighttime Kava as opposed to a daytime Kava. Just because it is a little bit drowsy and sedating and relaxing. I get the feeling like I'm going to have amazing sleep tonight. But just very unique. All in all, just very, very unique. I wonder what this would feel like during an intense session, like an intense weekend session. I do wonder how this stuff would feel in high doses, and I will find out. But wow, just a really interesting, like I said, smooth tasting, heady, unique, exotic Kava that really, like, I can't compare it to anything else. Like it has the mellowness and like kind of spirit of a good Tongan Kava. But then it has this other element to it, this lightness and this kind of airiness to it that really is a little bit out of this world, to be honest. Very very spiritually calming. Just a heavenly light Kava that really, like I said, I can't compare it to anything else. I feel like these different cultures really used Kava for different reasons, and being from these vastly different environments, they selected for qualities in the Kava that reflected maybe the kind of work they did or the kind of spirituality they practiced in their traditional island cultures, and that's why you get so much variety across the Pacific. Is that people were selecting for traits and cultivars that they liked, and over time, over generations, these varieties of Kava began to reflect the preferences of the people. And I know I'm kind of droning on here, but I do think it's an important thing to think about when you drink Kava, that different varieties do reflect that history, and the effects of Kava are the final the outcome of generations of selecting and preferring and sharing Kava, And we are a part of that sharing process, going all the way back to those first varieties of kava that were domesticated in Micronesia. And all kava that exists that can be planted and consumed at some point has been selected for, whether it's an Isa or a good strong Fijian kava, or a mellow relaxing Hawaiian kava, or a peanut buttery Samoan kava. All of those qualities have been selected for over time, and we have to respect that. So peace in the kava world. The Micronesian is really hit me hard. And I'll come back and I will write on my website that if I have any next day effects. I don't imagine I will. It doesn't feel at all like a 2-day kava. It's a noble kava, very mellow and light, and kind of just putting a nice glow onto things, including my spirit. And it doesn't have that that spiky kind of pungent piney effect or feeling that 2-day gives you, where you know that you're going to be glowing for 24 hours or 36 hours. No, this has more of a noble kind of glow to it. So, wow. With all that being said, I buy some of this Micronesian at from the Root of Happiness website and enjoy it while you can. It's a rare treat, and I wholeheartedly recommend it. All right, Bula. Peace in the kava world. Much love. Next time.